All right, check it out, man. I read a lot of self-improvement books. I never read self-help books. And so what I want to talk about today is what is the difference between a self-improvement book and a self-help book. Well, let me just give you some background. I met a guy named Steven. He does a lot of MMA fighting. He's working on a physical therapy degree. I've been talking to him for the last year. I met him at Trader Joe's. He recommended a book by David Goggins called Can't Hurt Me about a young man. Well, when he was a boy, his father beat him so badly. The father beat the whole family. The abuse was so bad that David Goggins and his mother had to make a secret escape. They had to escape New Jersey, get to Indianapolis, and so, you know, the kid, he grew up with a lot of demons, and he used food to medicate himself, and he got up to 300 pounds, eventually joined the Navy SEALs, taught himself discipline, and he's now a motivational speaker. He helps other people with their demons and to learn discipline. And so I read a lot of books like this, and there's a motif to them. I mean, usually a person digs himself into a deep, deep, deep rabbit hole, and then he has to find a way to climb out of it. And I call that a self-improvement book. A self-help book is something I have a deep disdain for. It's different than a self-improvement book. And I want to go over four differences between the two books. A self-help book, it promises you a nice, easy, cliche-larded, saccharine, step-by-step program to the finish line, to paradise. And there's really no acknowledgement of your need to put in a lot of work or suffering. Instead, the self-help book gives you kind of like a recipe for baking a chocolate cake. Oh, we'll do this step and this step. Sometimes they'll throw in a secret that they have, some secret that will unlock, you know, the mysteries. In contrast, a self-improvement book treats your self-improvement appropriately. You're at war. What I love about self-improvement books is that they acknowledge you're at war with yourself. This is a theme I've been thinking about for a long time. And like a war, you have to develop a strategy. You have to identify your enemy. You have to identify your enemy's strengths and weaknesses. You have to identify your strengths and weaknesses. Defeat is never an option. It's a much more intense paradigm than a self-help book. It's more like being a football coach. And what I like about the self-improvement book is the intensity of looking at your self-improvement like a war strategy shows the high stakes, because it's a fight to the death, really, in this type of war. You're battling an enemy inside yourself that's either a life or death situation, literally, like there are people who suffer from you know, really bad addictions that are life or death. But for most of us, it isn't life or death literally, it's life or death spiritually, psychologically, in that, as David Goggins says in his book Can't Hurt Me, we're hardwired for self-contented mediocrity, for settling for less. And what he's trying to do in his book is reprogram you to aspire to excellence, to your best part of yourself. And what happens is, if you don't fight this fight, you can fall into apathy and a sense of no self-worth, and those are the breeding grounds for going down a rabbit hole in self-destruction. So that's huge. The other thing about self-help books, they're navel-gazing. They're inward. You're looking at your belly button lint. It's all you're all alone, and you're just luxuriating inside your own internal feelings. In philosophy, that's called solipsism, where you're the only reality. And in a self-improvement book, you have to be your best self, not just for you, but because your family and society needs you to be your best self. They don't want you to be a car crash. Society and your family and you can't deal with you being a dumpster fire. So your meaning in life is defined a lot by how you connect with your family, with other people, with society at large. Whereas the self-help book is a navel gazer. It's a navel gazer enterprise, ladies and gentlemen. Number 3, self-help books fail to acknowledge the ugly side of human behavior. If you look at philosophy, it's Rousseau and the noble savage. You're born just this beautiful noble savage, and all you need is a nice environment. All you need is a nice environment. And in contrast, the self-improvement book acknowledges that you're born with an enemy inside you. And this enemy gets strong, especially when you don't have any meaning or any self-worth and you fall into apathy. There's an anti-self that gets really strong in those circumstances, and good self-improvement books like Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins, like Cooked by Jeff Henderson, like Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl, they really will show you how deep down the rabbit hole you will go of despair if you can't find a meaningful project that connects you to society. You definitely will see a difference in the acknowledgement of the anti-self in a self-help book and a self-improvement book. Finally, the fourth difference is self-help books, they focus on feelings. Feelings. You're going to have these nice feelings. You're going to take a bath in beautiful feelings. You're going to have beautiful essential oils and just have nice feelings. You're just going to be under a shower of beautiful feelings. And what I like about self-improvement books, they don't focus on feelings. They focus on action, discipline, and hard work. There are no false promises. It's more, like I said, it's more like taking directions from a football coach. You're at war, man. We don't talk about feelings. Happiness in the self-improvement book is not something you pursue. You pursue meaning in a self-improvement book, and then happiness is just the unintentional byproduct of the meaning and the discipline that you create through the self-agency of a self-improvement book. So that's huge. As I was saying, David Goggins, I think he speaks for all of us in that when he had no self-worth, and when he had no meaning, and when he had apathy, his anti-self really worked hell on him, and he had to figure out how to get out of that. The anti-self, we all have it. I have it. It's disgusting. And you want to neutralize it. What is the anti-self? I could probably sit here for an hour and describe it to you. I'll just give you some characteristics of it. And I have it. It's selfish. You get absorbed with your little dramas. For me, because I have a watch addiction, you can get so absorbed in these dramas that you don't listen to other people or get connected to other people's issues. You blow your little personal dramas way out of proportion. You can be very compulsive, and when you act on your compulsions, deep down you don't have any self-control, so you loathe yourself, and that's not good. That's going to create a vicious cycle, because self-loathing is going to bring you down the rabbit hole. And so you're very compulsive, you're selfish, you tend to be dishonest, you do little sneaky things. Oh my God, I know a lot of watch addicts in the watch community, and they tell me they do a lot of sneaky watch behavior behind their families' backs. And you want to have integrity. It's like the comedian Ron Funches. He says he wants his comic persona on stage to be the same as his personal life. And I agree with that. I think working for integrity so that what you do behind closed doors would bring you no shame in front of man, woman, child, or society. I really love Ron Funchess's integrity principle, and that's a huge part of self-improvement, is having integrity. I mean, I could just go on here, the list of the anti-self. One last thing, and then I'll let you go. The anti-self tends to be very lazy, yet he has a very high opinion of himself that's not justified by his behavior. He tends to have this huge disparity between his lazy, apathetic, mediocre behavior and his high opinion of himself. So I love these books like David Goggins and Jeff Henderson, where you get out of the rabbit hole. I think I want to do another video where I talk about how you get rid of the anti-self and replace it with your higher self based on my reading of these books. I think this is going to be my next video. I think this is enough for today, man. Way too much, man. Stay away from the self-help book. Focus more on the self-improvement book. All right, ladies and gentlemen, tell me what you think. Until next time, I'm out.